Hi, how are you doing? I hope you have a very nice day. I'm Eva and I make YouTube videos mainly about veganism and raw veganism. And this video is going to be about weight loss and weight gain on a raw vegan diet. And before I want to start into the video, I just very briefly want to mention that most of my information I get from this book and it's really interesting to read. And I'm not sponsored, but I think it's super interesting and it changed my life so much. So now let's begin about first weight loss and later weight gain. So about weight loss, I think it's really important to understand that it really depends on the circumstances and on the person because everybody is different and has a different background. For example, some people might lose weight right away because they, I don't know, are not eating enough calories and are not used to the proportion to the portion sizes, and so they might lose a lot of calories, but they might gain it again. Or some other people might actually gain weight because they've been underweight or because they just eat far too many calories from nuts and seeds, and so they gain maybe some weight. But what I want to say is that long term, if you keep your fats relatively low and you eat a lot of fruit, you will find your ideal weight. And your ideal weight is not too skinny and it's not too overweight, so it's perfect for yourself. For example, I consider myself not to be overweight and I don't consider myself to be skinny or too skinny. And actually I really love my weight because I have curves, and for me I think it's just my body structure is just programmed to have curves and I really like it. And yeah, and I think it's a funny myth that you turn too skinny if you go raw vegan, because that's absolutely not the case, that you will just be far too skinny. Of course, I've met a person who was very skinny, but I think that was kind of a eating disorder thing going on and not really to blame the raw vegan diet. Um, yeah, and so what I want to say is that it might take some time. For me, for example, I was always relatively thin because first I counted calories and now I'm on the raw vegan diet, so I did not really lose as much weight. However, I did not really gain much weight, and I have basically my perfect weight for a very long time, or for a relatively long time now. And what I noticed, however, is that my body became more defined, so I have much more muscle now than I did before and less body fat, though I do the same kind of exercises or maybe even not as much exercise as I used to some years ago. So yeah, and I really believe if you focus on your health and about eating enough fruit and vegetables and keeping your fats low, you will get your natural weight. And it's just impossible to be super healthy and not to have an amazing body. Yeah, but what I really want to recommend you to do is to focus on not on your body, but focus on eating fruit and focus on doing physical activities, so sports. And it really doesn't matter what sort of sports you do as long as you enjoy it. So for me, what I'm doing a lot of body weight exercises because I'm a trainer, so or a coach, so I give lessons, and I really also enjoy dancing and acro yoga and yoga just for getting more flexible. However, just do something that you enjoy doing. But exercise is so important. You can't be healthy and you can't have a very good body without exercise. So exercise is super important. And maybe very quick about diets, because I think it's sad because when you go on a diet you will lose some weight, but first of all, most of the time it's not really healthy how you lose the weight, and second, it's not long term because you might lose some weight for 1 month or for some days or for the summer. However, after the summer or after some days you will gain the weight back, because it's just impossible sometimes to continue with this diet, because it just sometimes makes no sense. You know, there are just so strange diets out there, like I don't know, only eating soups or only eating eggs or anything like this. So what I would like to focus, what I would like you to focus on is long-term lifestyle improvements. So long-term physical activities. It makes much more sense if you do your physical activity like maybe every day for maybe half an hour, then just do one day full physical activity and the rest of the days non-physical activity at all. So just keep it regular. And I think with consistency is key as well with diet. And for me, the raw vegan diet is definitely a diet that I can implement on my day-to-day life. It takes a lot of practice in beginning, but for me it's just super easy and super amazing, and it's definitely long term. So it's definitely something that you have to work on every day. But yeah, but now let's get into weight gain, because often guys who are very skinny want to gain some weight. However, I think it's important, or the book mentions that it's super important not to focus on fat, because some people who are very skinny, they just eat and eat and eat. However, they still do not gain so much weight. Um, However, I think I talked with some people who were very, very skinny, and they actually could build muscle when they got to a raw vegan diet, and they just focused on eating fruit and some vegetables and on doing physical activity, and so they could gain a lot of muscle. And yeah, and now very shortly, I think that being overweight is not really healthy. So I of course I don't want to shame anybody who is overweight. However, I don't think in like I just think in health issues, and when you're overweight you will just have some weight issues, some health issues. For example, it will be not the best thing for your organs or for your body to always wear so much extra weight. So so it might be beneficial for you to want to lose weight also for health reasons. And that's it basically. So for me, a raw vegan diet is super amazing, because it's super easy for me to keep my weight at the point where I want to keep my weight at. So I really enjoy it. And yeah, I just want to say you don't have to be too scared to lose too much weight, or and you can build muscle on a raw vegan diet. And that's basically all I wanted to share in this video. If you have any questions about the vegan or raw vegan lifestyle, you can ask me on YouTube or Instagram, and I will give my best to answer them. So have a very nice day, and I wish you just the best. Goodbye.